Good day, children of the world. It's another beautiful day that Yahweh has made. I am the angel Gabriel. I am the messenger. I'm the Messiah. Messiah simply means messenger, nothing magic about it. That was promised to be sent and to come at the end of Satan's rule. My Father's name is like a breath. And it's like a breath because it precedes all dates of literature, of speech. And so his name is like a breath. It is a sound. Me being his son and his sent one, his strong angel, I have the right to put letters to it so that you can recognize it. Now, the Y, again, which represents my Father when he was alone. When he made me, the H had to be applied because you have to have peace when there's more than one. You were put in Satan's hand for a time. Satan marked the name with the Y. And that's what I'm concerned about. Is taking every mark of Satan out of the name, take his mark off of you, and take his marks off of the world. Now, I feel the need to explain some more about my Father and I, the difference between us. You see, my Father didn't collaborate a lot with you about him being very light-skinned. Well, I can take you further into that. You see, in the book called the Bible, there is a description of the Son to come. And I am the Son to come. I am dark-skinned. So you will not find the description of my Father in the book. The description of the Son to come is a description of me. Now also, the difference again. The Son comes with the new name. Look in your Bible. There's a new name, a name that no one knows. Now, if that name was Yahweh, the Jews had that name for who knows how long. They've been teaching that name. They aren't the Son. And the true name of my Father would not be known until his strong angel come as his Son and bring it to you. That's right. Now the Jews ran with the name which is marked by Satan, and you will find, see, there's a reason they were called the synagogue of Satan, because no one told them to spread that name. No one told them to spread the name Yahweh. They spreaded it and act as if they had some kind of a special hope on my Father, or as if they were someone special, when they're not. All of you are special to me. Every nation, every tongue, every language, and every tribe. Now my blog that I talk about, GabrielMission.blogspot.com, is viewed in over 200 nations. It actually passed 200 nations about 3 years ago. And at that point, I stopped counting. But it's worldwide and can be viewed in any language. In every language. It doesn't matter where you are. When you pull up my blog, you can hear it and read it in your own language. That's to give the world an equal chance. Give all of you a chance to rise. I've come to take you out of Satan's hand. That's right. Now my Father, again, showing you variation, even though we're one. My Father and I are one. And you will see it several places in the book. And to me, one of the best places to see it is in Isaiah 42:1. He tells you to look at me. Behold, look at my servant. That's right. In whom my soul delighteth. Now this is my Father talking. In whom my soul delighteth. He said, I put my name. They got spirit. The spirit is dead and it's satanic. That wasn't what was there. That's Satan's boys writing. I put my name upon him, which his name is his person. He tell you put the soul in me, his soul, and then he put his name. He confirms it and reaffirms it. With I put my name upon him. That's right. So he tell you, and it confirms you that we are one. That's right, my Father and I. Not only had you all that seen us together, and had you looked in his mouth and look in mine, you see that our teeth are set the same way. You didn't notice. See, you was busy trying to dispel me and trying to get close to my Father, which is still me, and I'm still him. You can't separate the two. He just left and transcendental and went out of your sight. He transitioned and went out of your sight. But he is still here because you see me. And I tell you, like he tell you, but there's somebody in there that you don't see. Now, when I come to you talking, I'm not reading. None of these recordings are read. The only thing in one recording that was read is when I gave you a bunch of scriptures to study. Gave it to the nation to study. Because I want to bring you along. You good children. And I want to bring you all along. I don't want you stumbling and stammering and to get stuck in one place. My Father's not coming back here. The Exodus is with me. So what you need to do is to go to GabrielMission.blogspot.com. GabrielMission.blogspot.com and do your work. Faith, trust, believe, without works are dead. You're dead. You need to prove. My Father said, prove all things. There's nothing wrong with you trying to disprove me. You should do that. The world, any of you that see this and come to me, or try to disprove me. I want you to do that. It makes you smarter. It makes you brilliant. It will cause you to resurrect. So don't be lazy. That's right. And don't try to walk away. Somebody want to walk away, they aren't mine. So I don't miss a number. Remember my Father said, they that are mine, no one will pluck them from my hand. And he tell you that I will not lose one. Not even one. So if somebody come to you and they want to talk whatever they say against me and negative, they're lost. And it doesn't matter what they do or how they do it. I cannot reiterate this enough. You're going to answer to this angel. Whether you be good or whether you're bad and rejectful. But there's no way around me. You will answer to this angel. The authority, the power, the trust, the saving life, it's given to me. It's in my hand. When my Father handed me that rod, that is authority over everything and everybody. There's no escape. I didn't come half-hearted. I came complete. That's right. When I'm born into this world, I came. The Father said, he is not like other babies born without light. I came with light. I was able, and when I was small, to recognize that this world was not my Father's world. That's why I told my mom, I said, Mom, I don't like this world. Well, I still had memories in me because I come with light of the Crystal City. Some of you heard me talking about it, of the Crystal City. So when I looked around and see all this trouble and traffic, I knew that I wasn't home. I was not home. This was not my home. And then my mother taught all of us to read. But by the time we 3, we were reading fluent. Same way I did my children. They could read the Bible fluent at 3 years old, so they started reading earlier. So I was not ignorant. When I read in there and see that Jesus died to set the whole world free, and I look around and see all these criminals, all this bad doing, all this hate, and all this evil, and the things that I saw people doing, I knew that if he died to set the world free, that the kingdom would be hell. There would be nothing but another set of hell. So I told my mother I'd rather not go. I'd rather sleep. That's right. So I came with light. I didn't come like you. Satan didn't have me deceived. No. My children I raised, they have never died. They have their soul in them now. And let me tell you, there's a big difference. When people see them and talk about, I say I could raise 1,000 like them. And that's a low figure. I could raise 1,000 like them. Never gave me trouble. That's right. Brilliant in the mind. Able to always communicate with me and to me. This is what you will be like. You'll be able to communicate. You'll be able to see. They came with light. Never doing this Christmas business. That's Satan. Satan set that up for you. He infringed on a celebration, a celebrated day from hard-working people. As usual, he's a thief, and he's a robber, and he's a liar. And he took over their day. Added in some theatrics and some magic tricks. Magic? Come on, people, get real. Elves and fairies, there's no such thing. They're all like the spirit. They're all dead because they don't exist. So I come to you, especially again, you in the nation of Yahweh, I come because I'm concerned about you. Yahweh ben Yahweh came to me looking just like he looked. Most of the time he come in his divine self. But he came looking just like he looked when he's before you all and told me, he said, break down the wall. Break down the wall. He knew and he know that you all, you were stalemated. You're in a place and you can't get out of it. You can't rise without me. That's right. You got these leaders that doing you, keeping you in this church fashion of a thing, meeting in groups. There's no group arising here. There's no group resurrection here. Read the book. It's one by one. You can resurrect better by yourself because you don't have the influence of the one who's never going to rise. There are people in the nation of Yahweh that will not rise. That's right. So why should you be hindered by these negative people? For them to try to stop you and hold you in a place, they don't care for my Father. And I could care less if they don't care about me. The power's in my hand. Let me tell you something. And every one of them boys would come before this angel. You're going to have to face it. That's right. Because if you don't get your name moved from one book into the book that I hold, you're in trouble. I put that blog up. The blog and these films is an open highway to the kingdom. And anybody, I don't care where you're from, what you look like, what you're doing, and anybody, if you don't have the intuition and the guts and to go in and to read these things and to study and to resurrect, I'm going to put you in double hell. That's right. There's no escape here. My children can't escape. If they walk away from the law, they're going to be punished just like everybody else. But I thank my Father, and I tell you, and I bless him that he gave me children the way that they are. That's right. So you learn to tell the difference. You look in the book of Isaiah, you see it. And it tells you in Isaiah 52:15, Many nations going to come to me. Many nations have come. They're coming to me. That's right. Kings stands in attention. The rulers, the leaders, all the richest men in the world been knowing that I am here since 1992. I've been offered a place in Washington ever since President Reagan. That's right, President Bush. They come down through the line. I know that's no place for me. I'm not going to allow or get big-headed and allow these positions, which is much lower than me, to hinder my work in you. I'm not to be hindered. I'm not to be stopped. You read in Isaiah 52:4. Say, my Father said, he shall not fail. He won't be intimidated. Oh, they tried hard to intimidate me. Parking and blocking the car, knocking down my property and stuff. And when they knock them down, I build them right back. I do like the ant. You knock it down one day, go back next day, you got it built back. That's right. But they look at me and wonder because I cannot be intimidated. That's right. You cannot frighten me. And if I had a little bit of wickedness in me, I would have got rid of them. But then what I do to them might hurt you right now. My children are still out there. You're all over this world. And I've come to save you. I come to teach you. Yeah, I come to draw you to my Father and to me. I've come to remove and have removed Satan's name from amongst my Father's name. His attempted coup in injecting the water. That's right. That boy was thrown into hell on August 8th, 1985 at 2 a.m. The very hour that I'm resurrected, also the very hour that I'm born into this world. It's 2 a.m. We done a deal on him in chains. He wasn't just thrown there. He was in chains. That's right. Because of the dirt and the evil and the wrong he has done to the children of the Father. You look back at the loved ones you've lost. Look back at your lives, how you struggled. Look at the wars, the people killed to no end and destroyed to no end. Innocent people. Children fighting against children who've never seen each other. That's right. People trying to steal the natural resources from one brother to the other. You know, you live over here and I live in this country. I want your natural resource. So now I'm going to take my gun and my war machines. I'm going to take yours. Well, you know, there's a saying, when you come from my butt, you can't leave yours at home. You got to bring yours too. So this killing and taking goes both ways. There's a movie called No Name on the Bullet. So you shoot, so they shoot also. And it's just a beastly battle. I've come to stop these things. It's time to end it. Satan is gone. So he's not pushing you. He couldn't force you to begin. He was never allowed to force you to do anything. He was just given access to you. He could not force you to do anything. He put it before your face and you chose whether good or bad. You made that choice. So you're not innocent. Neither is he. You see, he said, choose you this day whom you will serve. Now you can choose good and serve my Father and me. Or you can choose bad and continue serving Satan. Even though he's in hell, you still serve. The preacher serving. Preachers, notice that these hellholes pop up on every corner. And they get more and more. That's right. Those Those are Satan's boys. Those are Satan's temples. And they're set up to destroy you. That's right. I come because your souls belong to me. Now you're talking about paying the price. I paid the price to earn your souls. Every soul that Satan had belongs to me now. But you must prove, this is a proving ground. You must prove to me that you're worthy of the soul, which is a part of my Father, to go back into you. I'm not going to give it to you. You're going to have to earn it. My Father, look, because you contributed so much to these hellholes that belong to Satan, that have destroyed so many people, so many families, so many people, personality. So he put a ransom on you. That's right. That you must pay a ransom. It's listed in my blog. There's a button in there on my blog that you must pay a ransom. And then you not only that, but you must study first. Then pay the ransom, and then come to me. Send me your name. Then I would look at it and see if you are worthy to have a part of my Father again in you. That's right. It's not going to be wasted. That's right. You are in one book. Now you need to get your name put in the other book. You go to Revelation, you read one book open, and then there's another book open. There are two books. Most people never watch that. They don't see it. It's two books. One book is for the bad. The other book is for the good. One book is for the condemned. The other book is for the one with life eternal. You were once with me. This is why I'm sent to write the book of remembrance. I have to continue to mention that to you. Continue in these film. You once knew what I'm trying to teach you. That's why my Father said, go write a book of remembrance for them that love him. You didn't lose your love for the Father, but you took away the obedience. You stepped outside of the law and you followed Satan. Satan is a lawbreaker. That's right. He's evil. He doesn't stick to what's right. He loves what's wrong. He doesn't love life. He loves death. He loves destruction. Look at what he set up. All this destruction. That's his doing. But you've done it. You followed him. You allowed him to do this. That's right. So you once knew what I'm teaching. And those of you who are going to rise, you will much faster, you will catch on. It'll start looking familiar to you, and you will do your study. You will rise. You will reclaim your soul, that part of the Father. Remember, it's like he said, otherwise whom my soul delighted. So his soul also delighted in you. And you have to claim that part. You must earn that part. That's right. I'm not here to hinder you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to lead you. I'm here to show you what it's like to be a righteous person. That's right. This is a slave system that Satan has set up. Look in your Bible. It's in that. It's in that too. Look in your Bible. My Father said don't spoon feed him. He got me by spoon feeding even before he left in this body. That's right. He got on me by spoon feed. He don't you spoon feed him. And quote again, say if they want this, let them work for it. Because I was spoon feeding big time with a big spoon. That's right. My Father had to correct me from because I cared so much for you all, and because of compassion was leading me into spoon feeding. And spoon feeding means that you didn't have to do much work. Well, to let them work. In other words, that faith without works are dead. Believing without works, you still dead. So you have to do your work to earn that soul back again. It is here for you. That's right. My Father and I Even though two entities here, but we are the same. You might say he never left. That's right. I am sent. I am the strong angel. That's why I'm called the strong angel, because who is in me? That's right. And he tell me, you see it in the book, so when you speak, don't take no script. I don't write no script. I don't write no script. He said, open your mouth and I'll speak for you. So I really could sit up here and talk to you all day. That's right. I don't, but I could. I want you to have time to study. That's right. I'm trying to reason with you. So let us reason together. That's right. You have nothing to lose by listening to me. Push it into your computers. How many times the Father tell you, obey his voice? Obey his voice. He can't say it enough. He tell you, don't vex him. Don't make me angry. That's right. Don't come up against me is death. So you don't want to do that. Even if you have doubt, take that doubt and try to prove me wrong. That's legal. I love that. Because when the more you try to prove me wrong, the more you're going to rise. You're going to resurrect. And don't let those around you, mom, daddy, sister, brother, husband, this is your time. If your husband try to hold you down and you miss your time to rise, he still has his in the wings. So he can destroy you and still try to rise. But see, I'm going to know. Because you killed one of my children, I got something for you. So those husbands who are there and hadn't risen, and you wives who hadn't risen, you moms and dads who hadn't risen, lay off. Lay off. Back over and off and look for distance. When I was a small fella, I would sit and watch because people done so much bad things. I would just watch people and wonder what made them tick. I didn't know as much about Satan then. But the older I get, the more I learned about Satan and learned that they were in Satan's hands. They played the game that Satan wanted them to play. They done the things that Satan wanted them to do. That's right. Sneaking in back doors, making little bastard babies. I've been caught on that Jesus was a bastard. Because the writers are stupid and they're ignorant and didn't know anything about a divine person's life. So he wrote in this baby without a daddy. And then they got ignorant, and then they wrote in that the midwives discovered her pregnancy. Well, see, I'm smart enough to know what the marriage was like back then. When the Mary and Joseph was supposed to get married, Mary had to be examined to show that she was pure, or rather she was spoiled or soiled. So the midwives go in and they examine her. They look to make sure that the hymen is there over the vagina. The only opening on the vagina would be a little pinhole where when Mother Nature comes along, that she can have Mother Nature. But when the midwives look in her vagina, they was able to see her womb, that it was swollen. So they knew that she had been with a man, and it wasn't Joseph. So she was carrying a bastard child. She wasn't married. Carrying a bastard child, trying to marry a surrogate daddy. That's right. No room at the inn. During those days, you wouldn't get a room in a hotel edgewise because she was a bad woman. So she ended up going into the donkey stable, or wherever it was in the barn, and having him because the only place she could get. Now for you, I know that this is a fictional character, but they got you believing it, so I'm going to tell you the way it is. He's a bastard child. How in the heck you going to send a bastard through the bee over you to give he has no soul. His mother has no soul. Daddy can have one, he don't get into this mess. But the mom and the baby had no soul. So they sold this thing on to you. People wake up, smell the roses, and check out everything that you're told. Don't allow these preachers who are robbing you of all your generational wealth. That's why black folks and poor folks have no generational wealth, because the preacher got it. He is damned. That's right. And the people sitting under him are damned. So the only way you can change that damn on you, he's done for, is you come out from under him. Drop that daggum church. Drop that Christmas and that Easter. All those are Satan's tricks to keep you into hell. Drop this stuff and walk away. Stay home and get your rest. And study my blog and these films. Look at them. Study them. They won't mislead you. Quit falling prey to Satan and his boys. That's right. You're smarter than that. You're the smartest. You are the, I don't say the smartest, you're the most educated generation since Satan. And when the Bible was written, you're dealing with a handful of narrow-minded guys. Narrow-minded guys that you are allowing to keep you in hell. Take your soul and tell you you can't get it back. There's a war. The war is talking about, it is a war between the soul and the spirit. Everything spiritual is dead. Everything. That's right. Your Santa Claus, your Easter, your reindeers flying with a sled, your red nose shining like a light, and the act that you carry on with it, they're all dead, and they got you in the grave also. You got one foot in the grave and another banana peel. I'm trying to save you before you slip that other foot. People, wake up. Nation of Yahweh, my Father and I are one, yet we're two. The description in the book is of me, not my Father. You wake up and do your study. You didn't dissect these scriptures. You were frozen because in what he read to you and what he went over with you, you're frozen. He knew the mission was mine. He was not going to infringe on my mission. So you wake up. I love you all. That's right. Been trying to reach you for the longest. And I figured this may get through to some of you. And I tell you, if any of you know Solomon, tell Solomon to put a note. Ask him, don't tell him nothing. Ask him to put a note into my Gmail off my blog. And if you want me to call him, leave his phone number. It's secret and it's very private with me. I love all of you all. That's right, I love you. And there's no reason for me to shy away from you. I feel no man, I feel nothing. The power that my Father put in my hand is over and above everything. That's right. And as I mentioned, I'll tell you, the power to make the sun stand still. The power to calm the ocean and the waves. That's right. More power than you could even imagine. More power than you could imagine. But I'm here talking to you again because I love you all. I want you all to rise. I've met quite a few of you, and a lot of you really dig in, but you got to tell what it said, Father, teach me how. It said pray, but praying is a sin, by the way. So I'm not going to teach you how to pray. I'm going to teach you how to study and how to do research. Most of you have the book. You have books and stuff. You have dictionary on a bridge dictionary and stuff. I have no doubt that you know how to study, but you got to know what to study. You got to know how to divide. Don't be afraid of that book, because the Bible is not my Father's book. That's why it has no name. When the writers or Satan's boys wrote it, they didn't know what to call it. They puzzled themselves. So it's just called the book. That's what Bible means. It just means the book. Every book is a book. So there's nothing sacred about that. The only thing good about it are the inserts that are pleasurized from the book of the law and put in there because they could not see it. And again, to show you that they could not see it, go to Revelation and go to the 5th chapter and read it 1, 3, 4, 2, and 7. And you see that they could not see what they were putting in the book. That's why some of them slipped through the cracks. And those are the ones that I'm here teaching you, because they didn't know. He knew that they would destroy everything else. And I'm sent to write a book of remembrance. I got the book written. Let's got to publish it. But you all wake up, stand up, and let nobody hinder. In other words, it is written, when some of you get to the gate, my question to you, and you're not going to be able to answer, is what did hinder you? Somebody asked, who did hinder you? Because I know that you have the knowledge and the fortitude, you should be able to rise. But some of you got there and you didn't rise because you allowed the hecklers and haters and backbiters, the people who are jealous and bigots, to keep you down. Nobody can take anything from me. That's not even in the stars, let alone written. That's right. So children of the Father, wake up, study. That's right, be stern. Sometimes you have to hurt people's feelings. They come to you with the negative stuff, get them out of your face. This is your life, eternal. I'm offering you more than ever been offered you before. This is life eternal. That's right. My Father loves you. My brothers, the angels, I have some awesome brothers. Brothers, the angels love you. And I love you, don't I wouldn't be here. I laid down my life, did not come here to die for you. I left myself with my Father and with my brothers. And I come down in hell to get you. I come down here to fan the flames and to cool the flames. That's right. And to come to you and to raise you up and to cool you down like a cool drink of water falling from the spring. Be blessed.